Hello, everybody. This is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Tuesday afternoon to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in episode 3 of our NBA 2K22 Series 1 for our Chicago Bulls. We are leading the series 2-0 over the Cleveland Cavaliers. So if we win this episode and the next episode, we will sweep out the Cleveland Cavaliers. If the Cavs win one game, they're going to play another game in Northeast Ohio, and if we win Game 5, we advance on. So, our prediction for the finals, if we make it, will probably be against the Utah Jazz. So, without a further ado, we'll show you the uniforms, and we'll see you at tip-off. Alright, so the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be wearing their white association uniforms on the road at the United Center in Chicago, while on the other hand, the Chicago Bulls are going to be wearing this season's city uniforms. So, without a further ado, we'll see you guys at tip-off. Here we are at the United Center in Chicago, so tip-off is just right now. And Darius Garland and the Cavaliers have won the tip-off, so they're going to pass that to Jarrett Allen. Garland will pick up the assist there for Cleveland, so now I'm going to pass it off to some Lonzo Ball in some action today. He is going to knock down a 3 from downtown, so it's now going to be 3-2 Chicago lead. So now Garland passing it to Caris LeVert. So now Caris LeVert, what is he going to do? Pass that to Jarrett Allen. And Jarrett Allen is going to make that dunk for the Cavaliers. So now I'm going to pass it to Javonte Green, number 24, for the Chicago Bulls. He is going to get this one in for 2. So it's now 5-4 here at the United Center in the Windy City, 3-1-2. And they're going to pass it to the USC man, Evan Mobley. And he gets that in there, so now I'm going to pass it deep to him and then back to DeRozan. And DeMar DeRozan is going to hit a 3 from downtown, so it's now 8-6 here in Chicago. So now Caris LeVert has possession, loses the basketball, and I'm going to pass it off to DeMar DeRozan. So DeMar DeRozan makes that dunk there, and this is the first dunk of the game for Chicago. Cleveland already has one dunk. So Caris LeVert loses the basketball. Zach LaVine picks it up for the Bulls. And he's going to get this one in for 2. So it's now 12-6. So we lead this by half. And now Darius Garland going to pass it to Caris LeVert. Garland with the assist. And now I'm going to pass it off to some Lonzo Ball in some action. The oldest out of the 3 Ball brothers. And LaMelo is actually the youngest out of the 3 sons who plays with the Charlotte Hornets currently. So he's going to pass that to Darius Garland. And Garland passing it to Caris LeVert. So they're going to pass it to Evan Mobley. So he's going to make a monster slam for the Cleveland Cavaliers in the paint. So I'm going to pass that to Lonzo Ball. Use some Zach LaVine and then some Javonte Green. Trying to get that layup there, but that was unsuccessful. So Jarrett Allen picked up that rebound. So now Cedi Osman, he's going to pass it to Jarrett Allen, and that's a dunk. So we do not want the Cavaliers to get 2 more points to tie this one up. So now he's going to knock down a 3, Zach LaVine. Cleveland takes a timeout as we're actually going to take a small break here. Alright, it is now 21-12 here in Chicago. And there is about 8 seconds left. Tristan Thompson is going to knock down a 3 from behind the arc to end the quarter here in the Windy City of Chicago. So now Rondo passing it off to Colin Sexton, making that nice spin move. Attempts a half quarter and does not make it in. So it's 24-12, Chicago lead. Alright, beginning of the second quarter, Chicago has made 4 threes and 4 points off of turnovers today. And Zach LaVine is going to make that in for 2, so it's now 26-12. So now Rajon Rondo, who was part of the 07-08 Celtics team that led them to the NBA Finals with a 66-16 record, makes that layup in. So now Zach LaVine gonna pass it to Coby White. He's gonna knock out a 3. LaVine picks up the assist. And Rajon Rondo has possession. He's going to pass that to Collin Sexton. Rondo with the assist there. So now Zach LaVine has possession. He's going to pass it to Tristan Thompson. And Tristan Thompson gets that in for 2. Now it's 31-16 at the moment. And now Collin Sexton with the possession. And Collin Sexton, what is he going to do? He's actually going to make a lob pass. Attempted that to Jarrett Allen, but it was unsuccessful. Coby White going to get this layup in the paint there. So now it is Rondo and the Cavaliers taking a timeout. We are actually going to take a short break. Alright, the short break is now over. Tristan Thompson passing it to Lonzo Ball. Lonzo misses that 3-point opportunity, and it's now Cedi Osman passing it to Caris LeVert. Caris LeVert passing it to Osman. That is a deep 3. So it's now 19-33. And I'm going to use Javonte Green, using this from mid-range, getting that in there for 2 points to the assist by LaVine. So now Darius Garland has possession of the basketball. So it appears Darius Garland passing it to Evan Mobley. Garland with the assist, by the way. And the Bulls are 94%. Cavs are 67% in field goals right now. And now it is Zach LaVine. He's going to try to attempt a 3. I don't think this is successful. No, it is not. And Garland picked up that rebound. There is a foul on Tristan Thompson, though. It's a reach-in. So we're going to play some consistent defense. And now Garland passing that off to Osman. Garland with the assist. And Chicago is now taking a timeout. Alright, so now DeMar DeRozan passing it to LaVine and then back to DeRozan. So now DeMar DeRozan gets that in there for 2. Kevin Love with a shooting foul. And now this means DeMar DeRozan will go to the free throw line. He will make that in. So it's now 38-24. 38-24. Evan Mobley with the possession. Going to pass that to Garland once at it. There is another foul. It's on Zach LaVine. It's a reach-in. So Cleveland goes to the free throw line. And they missed it. And and DeRozan gets that in for 2. Darius Garland passing it to Caris LeVert. And LeVert is going to make it in for 2 points. So now I'm going to pass it to Zach LaVine and then back to DeRozan. So if DeRozan shoots this in for 3, LaVine will pick up the assist. And it is now 43-26 at the moment with a 17-point lead in general. Cedi Osman, he's getting... He was about to be defended by Nikola Vucevic. So now Zach LaVine, he is going to get this in for 2 points. So it's now 45-28 here at the United Center in Chicago. So now Garland with the possession of the basketball now. And Darius Garland, what is he going to do? He's going to pass it to Caris LeVert. And he gets that in for 3. So Cleveland is trying to make another comeback, because they didn't even win a single game in this playoff so far. So now Derrick Jones Jr. makes that in. So now Darius Garland with the possession, passing it to Caris LeVert. And then Kevin Love getting that in for 2. So it's now 47-33. So I'm going to pass it to Deshonu, then back to LaVine, and then some DeRozan. We're going to knock this from downtown behind the arc. So it's going to be a 50-33 lead. And this ends the first half. Alright, it is a 17 lead coming back from the halftime performance. So now Zach LaVine, he's going to make a dunk for Chicago. Now it's 52-33. Look at this nice slam dunk there. He uses both hands at the rim, and there were 3 Cleveland defenders trying to stop him there, but his power to dunk really helped him perform dunking the ball. So now it's going to be 52 to 35. So now Lonzo Ball knocks it from downtown, so it's now going to be 55 to 35. And now Darius Garland has possession. Lonzo Ball, his first reach-in of the game, reach-in foul rather. And now Cedi Osman, he's thinking about who to pass it to. And he's going to pass it to Jarrett Allen and then back to Evan Mobley. Caris LeVert, and he did an underhand layup there, which is what I like to see. And the Bulls bench is outscoring the Cavs bench by 10. So now Zach LaVine, he's going to get this one in for 2 points. And it's now 57 to 37. So Caris LeVert has 9, while LaVine has 13. So now he's going to pass it to Cedi Osman. So DeMar DeRozan using his hands up. Got to use your hands in basketball because you want to maintain possession and block while you're at it too. DeRozan and Osman both scoring leaders for both teams right now. DeRozan has 15, making this one to be 18 because it's down behind the arc. And the Cavaliers are going to take a break. Take a timeout, excuse me. We're going to take a break. Alright, Isaac Okoro has possession of the basketball. So now it is Isaac Okoro passing it to Rondo. And Evan Mobley gets that in for 2 points. But there is a foul on Derrick Jones Jr. So Mobley gets to go to the free throw line. And it's now going to be 68 to 42 here in Chicago. And Troy Brown Jr., he's going to get this one in for 2 points. So it's now 70-42 here in Chicago. So now Rajon Rondo, who did play with the Chicago Bulls back during the 2016-17 season, he is going to pass it to Mobley. Rondo with the assist. So now we're going to pass that off to Coby White. So now Coby White, he's going to get this one in for 2. And it's now 72-44. The Bulls are up by 28. So now Rondo, what's he going to do? Pass it to Sexton. Rondo with another assist. So now Rondo has been the assist machine for this Cleveland Cavaliers team all of this episode. And now 25.4 seconds remain here in the 3-1-2 in America's third largest city. So now they're going to pass it to Colin Sexton. So now Sexton, he's going to try to get a dunk out of that one, and he does. 18 seconds remain here in Chicago. So I'm going to pass it to Tony Bradley and then some Javonte Green. So now Green, he's going to knock down a 3 to end, actually a 2-pointer to end the third. All right, 30-point differential here in Chicago is now Darius Garland. What is he going to do with the basketball? He's going to pass it off to Dean Wade. And now he's going to pass it off to Darius Garland, then back to Ed Davis. So now Davis getting this one in for 2 points. So it's now 78 to 50. So I'm going to pass that to Thomas and then back to, intercepts that off to Davis. So now they're going to pass it to Lamar Stevens, then back to Davis, and then Sexton going to get this one in for 2. So it's now 78 to 52. So I'm going to pass it off to Bradley and then use some Troy Brown Jr. Gonna knock down a 3 from downtown. And it's now 81 to 52 with 3 minutes to go. Alright, so Lauri Markkanen steps back onto the court in Chicago for the first time in a Cleveland Cavaliers uniform, passing it back to Jarrett Allen, and then Lauri Markkanen Where is he going to pass it to? He's going to pass it to Ed Davis. And Markkanen picks up the assist. So now we're going to pass it off to Tristan Thompson, the former Cleveland Cavaliers player, getting this one in for 2 points. Now it's 85-54. Jarrett Allen, he's going to pass it to Lauri Markkanen. So now, guessing he's going to pass it to Kevin Love, and then Jarrett Allen getting this one in for 2 points. So now 10 points for Jarrett Allen today. And by the way, all of his points were in the paint. So now Derrick Jones Jr. gonna get this in the paint as well. 87-56. So now Kevin Love is gonna pass it to Rajon Rondo, and Rondo's gonna pass it to Kevin Love. So I'm guessing that Rajon Rondo has probably 10 assists today by the end of this episode, and we're actually going to change up our game plan. All right, your player of the game is DeMar DeRozan for your Chicago Bulls, and we got a minute to go exactly before we end this game here in Chicago. So now Isaac Okoro has possession. He's going to pass it to Colin Sexton with that layup. So now it's now 92-63 at the moment. And now Derrick Jones Jr. is going to make that nice slam dunk for the Bulls. So it's now 94-63 here at the United Center. So now Sexton has possession. Where is he going to take this to? Getting a layup and scoring that in. So it's now 94-65. DeMar DeRozan passing it to Javonte Green. So Javonte Green's going to knock down a three from downtown. So it's now 97-65. Ed Davis passing it off to Colin Sexton. And there is a foul there. It's on DeMar DeRozan. It's a reach-in foul. So it looks like Ed Davis, with 26.5 seconds to go, he is actually going to pass that off to Colin Sexton, and then some Ed Davis. 22 seconds to be exact in this game. And now we got DeRozan ready to shoot a three. This will conclude the game here at the United Center. It's 100-67 here in Chicago. And the Chicago Bulls win it at home in the United Center by the final score of 102-67 over the Cleveland Cavaliers. So there will be a Game 4 and 5. So Game 4 will still be played in Chicago. Game 5 will be played in Northeast Ohio in the city of Cleveland. Alright, DeMar DeRozan, 29 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 dunk on the day. He's your player of the game. Coby White, he had 15 points in all. Not bad by him today. Lonzo Ball, 14 points. Zach LaVine, 13 points, 6 assists, 2 steals on the day. Javonte Green, he had 9 points, 3 assists on the day as well. Tristan Thompson had 4 points, 9 rebounds. Derrick Jones, he had 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists on the day for him. He did have a dunk there. Evan Mobley, he had 11 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal. Colin Sexton had 12 points, 1 assist on the day. Cedi Osman had 10 points in all. Jarrett Allen had 10 points with 2 dunks on the day. This wraps